Do you remember that moment? The horrific sight of the Blaze Talisman's flames shook you to the core. The instant Blue Moon intervened to save you. You knew you had to seize the opportunity. You grabbed Yanlei and desperately fled the scene, acutely aware that your spiritual energy was nearly depleted. Forcing another talisman now would likely push you past your limit, but Baizhou and Blue Moon had no intention of letting you escape. No sooner had you gained some distance than they caught up in the blink of an eye. Gritting your teeth, you prepared to use another talisman, though you knew this might be your final stand. Just then, a silvery light suddenly appeared before your eyes. The figure wore a silver robe, with jet black hair cascading like a waterfall. The eyes visible beneath the mask were so profound they made your heart tremble. You froze. It was him, the one who kept appearing in your dreams. He actually appeared before you. Your heart skipped a beat. Your gaze involuntarily followed him. He stepped in front of you, blocking the approaching Baizhou and Lan Yu. Silver robes rippling with spiritual energy, his overwhelming aura forced them back step by step. Exchanging a glance, Lan Yu and Baizhou clearly realized they were no match, and hastily fled. Before you could even sigh in relief, he turned to face you, his eyes locking onto your grip on Yanli's wrist, his brow slightly furrowed, his gaze filled with coldness. Yanli clearly sensed something amiss too and hurriedly began to explain.
Sir,
Before he could finish speaking, he was struck by a tremendous force and sent flying, slamming hard into the wall. His neck was tightly gripped, making it difficult even to breathe. You shouted in shock. "Stop!" Rushed forward trying to pull his hand away. To your surprise, as soon as you finished speaking, he actually let go, as if compelled to obey your words, then turned and stood with his hands behind his back. Yanli fell to the ground, scrambled up in disarray, and fled, stumbling away, not forgetting to shout,
I'll come find you at the Lin residence in a few days.
Watching his flustered figure flee, you can't help but laugh out loud. Turning back, that cold and noble face is still staring at you. His brows slightly furrow, and you instinctively reach out to smooth them, but you hastily withdraw your hand upon realizing your own action. Yet his gaze softens into tenderness, as if wanting to envelop you completely. "Am I dreaming?" You stared at him, pinched your own cheek, and gasped in pain.
No.
His voice was cool and deep, exactly like in the dream. Hearing this familiar voice, you inexplicably feel a sense of calm wash over you.
I'll take you home.
Before you could react, he swept you off your feet and soared through the wind. Instinctively, you wrapped your arms around his neck and nestled into his embrace, overwhelmed by a strange sense of familiarity. "Who are you?" You finally couldn't help but ask.
Night Shadow.
He lowered his eyes and answered softly. At that moment, the mystic wood turtle crawled out from your sleeve. It actually climbed up your arm onto Night Shadow's head and nestled there obediently. Watching this scene, your heart was filled with confusion. Soon, you arrived at the entrance of the Lin residence. He gently set you down, his eyes seemingly reluctant, but then turned to leave. "Why did you help me?" You can't help but ask. He stops in his tracks and turns to look at you, his eyes so deep you could almost drown in them. He gently brushes aside the long hair by your cheek and tucks it tenderly behind your ear, whispering,
It was you who called me. I've always been by your side, protecting you.
As soon as the words fell, his figure vanished into the night. You stood there in a daze, his voice echoing repeatedly in your mind. After returning to your room, you looked at the mystic wooden turtle and couldn't help but ask, "Xiao Xuanmu, why are you so close to him?" The mystic wood turtle grinned and swayed its head as it replied, "Heaven's secrets must not be revealed." With a puzzled look on your face, you have no choice but to temporarily give up and go check on Xiaoyan instead. In the courtyard, Jiang Chuan is already waiting for you. After briefly asking about the auction, he takes you to see Xiaoyan. Elder King Song and Immortal Liyun have both arrived, bringing Frostheart grass with them. Elder King Song is brewing the medicine, and when he sees you, he grins so wide it nearly reaches his ears.
Junior sister.
Li Yun jumped out from the corner, his eyes lighting up.
Did you dress up so formally just to come see me, junior sister?
You're momentarily speechless and can't be bothered to explain, so you change the subject to ask about Little Yin's condition. Elder Qingsong solemnly explains Little Yin's toxicity. Frostheart grass can temporarily alleviate his symptoms, but the root of the poison lies within Little Yin himself. He needs to learn to suppress the dark energy within his body. Hearing this, you secretly resolve to take him to the Spirit Herb Forest for training. Once he wakes up, you keep watch over Little Yin while members of the Lin family take turns visiting you both. One day, Songming enters carrying a bowl of sweet soup, and finds you asleep by the bedside. He quietly sets down the soup, drapes a blanket over you, and silently exits. In your dream, you return to that familiar starry sky. The stars twinkle and shift formations, sometimes taking the shape of moon-knot rabbits, other times resembling healing butterflies. As you're engrossed in the view, that familiar figure appears once again.
Nightshade!
You blurted out,